Hey guys, welcome to Nerds and Nuance. I'm Ian, and we are here to start Obi Wan Kenobi. So wasn't planning on doing this for the channel. Just kind of was gonna try to was going to just watch it on my own. I'm not, super knowledgeable of Star Wars, most of it. I've seen the sequel, not the original trilogy, the prequels, and like the first two of the sequel trilogy. I actually don't hate the prequels, which I think. So, funnily enough, a little sidetrack. Also recorded a little bit of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. If you're interested in that, let me know, and I'll start editing those because I'm not really sure. But I think at the time I had watched those, I hadn't seen the prequels in a long time, and just kind of had a negative thought to them. But rewatched them somewhat recently, and they're not bad. I mean, there's certain parts that and sometimes some acting choices aren't. Sorry, there's like in my eye, but acting choices that aren't my favorite. But hey, overall, I think the movies are pretty okay. And actually, funny enough, I started not reading, listening to books because I don't have as much time these days to read. But I started listening to the books, and the first one I listened to was Kenobi. So part of the reason why I'm drawn to this, I mean, also it's because Ewan McGregor, I liked him as Obi Wan. And I also listened to Master and Apprentice. I know that the Legends books aren't like, I think, aren't necessarily canon. If anybody wants to let me know like the actual basis behind that, you can let me know. But yeah, I'm just interested in this because I know this is supposed to be like 10 years after the whole, the episode 3. And in Kenobi, it took place, I don't know if it was a year, but it was relatively fresh from when Obi-Wan thought that he killed Anakin. So I'm interested to see this. I know it's probably not going to be like, necessarily from that. Maybe there's some inspiration taken from that book. But I'm definitely interested to see where this goes. This may or may not go on the channel. If you see this, then obviously it did. More of a test run maybe. But yeah, it's like I've really enjoyed the past Disney Plus series, like Mandalorian, the Book of Boba Fett. So part of me kind of wish I had recorded those, but again, like my knowledge for Star Wars is limited, so I don't want to like disappoint anybody or get on people's nerves for not knowing something. But it's gonna happen. So we'll just test the waters here. If you guys like it, then we'll start putting more up. So let's get started.
You refer to the prophecy of the one who will bring balance to the Force. You believe it's this boy?
Yeah, I don't want to see this. Jesus Christ. Yo, take them helmets off. They're obscuring a bit. Well, I guess I should use the Force. One of those gonna become the Inquisitors. Jesus.
You offer him a place to hide, fresh water, shade from the suns. But the stories they begin, and they travel quickly. His compassion has been his undoing.
Oh no.
You're wasting your time, you know that, right? You'll never find us all.
Let him trail.
You are reckless. You will forget this fixation with Kenobi, or I will relieve you of your duties. Is that clear?
Yes, Grand Inquisitor. Consider him forgotten.
I heard that. You're fired.
Yes, I had some parts stolen. I need a new processor board.
I got just a thing, boyo.
Tika, if you're going to steal my parts and then sell them back to me, could you at least clean them first, as a courtesy?
Promise me you will drain the boy.
Obi Wan.
You were the chosen one!
Master Qui-Gon. Master.
What about the people that need us? What about the fight?
The fight is done. We lost.
What happened to you? You were once a great Jedi.
The time of the Jedi is over.
Oh wait, Padme? I mean, Leia?
If you behave, I will let you.
Uh-oh.
She insisted you would find it amusing, Your Highness.
Oh. And you
She's
guys,
either in the cellar, in the kitchen, or in the woods.
you guys are fired. That's so weird. It's Weibo. We're gonna see Bail Organa.
Sorry, Mother. I really am. I promise I won't do it again.
Did you pickpocket Lola?
You know, I can feel you doing that. Come on.
It's like living in a prison.
Uh-oh. Who that? Hello?
You don't care if he's okay. You care if he's showing.
It's my responsibility, Owen.
Well, I'm his uncle.
We talked about this. When the time comes, he must be trained.
Like you trained his father? Anakin is dead, Ben. And I won't let you make the same mistake twice.
This is the Outer Rim. You have no rights here. We're not under the Empire's... All we want is information.
You think you could protect him from me?
Tell me where the Jedi is, or this man and his family die! The Jedi are cowards. They failed you.
Right on time, as
Hey!
Anything good today?
A trade ship and an Aquilian Ranger.
Probably scouring for pirates.
That's what I said.
Don't encourage her.
All right.
Yes, dear.
Oh, thanks, Wyo.
My pleasure. You think you're droids?
It's good manners.
You don't need manners when you're talking to a lower life form.
Then I guess I don't need manners when I'm talking to you. You're scared of him. Your father. You want him to like you, so you repeat what he says, even though you don't really know what it means. You think being like him will make people frightened of you, but really, you're the one who's scared. You've never made one decision for yourself in your entire life, and you never will. I may not have seen much, cousin, but I can see that.
Don't ever say that. You are a child. You are an Organa in every way. One day this planet will look to you, Leia. There are many ways to lead. You just have to find yours. Plus, imagine the look on your cousin's face when you get to boss him around for real.
Ain't apologizing no one, I'm out of here. Go start a rebellion.
Thank you.
Uh-oh.
She's gone.
Hello, Princess.
Why are you here?
Just waiting
For what?
for you.
Huh? Come on, guys. I mean, not that I want to get caught, but I mean... So you can't run faster than her? Oh, dang, okay. He's dead. Slide for the gun. Oh, I mean... Oh!
If Leia is discovered...
I can't leave here, Bale. My duty is to the boy.
What about your duty to his sister? She's as important as he is.
It's been 10 years. I'm not who I used to be. Find someone else. She'll be better off.
That's the guy. Oh.
She's headed for Dayu.
You should not have come.
You've made mistakes. We all did. It's the past. Move on. Be done with it. You couldn't save Anakin. But you can save her.
And what if I can't?
There is no one I trust more with my child than you. Please, old friend. For her. One last fight.
Can you untie me?
Whoa! Careful! Woo! Lola, hide from... Don't break it!
Lola! My father will rescue me. He'll send a whole army.
You think it's gonna work?
Just get this over with.
Oh no. Yeah, so are they working for what's her face? The third sister?
You sure he's gonna come?
He fought beside her father during the war. He'll come.
Well, I'm trying not to talk too much for this one, since it's a two-parter. I want to try and get to the second episode real quick. But yeah, this third sister, she's really just... she's got a bit of a temper, and as what's-his-face, the Grand Inquisitor, and the other guy, pointing out that she's impulsive. But I'm assuming she's, you know, she says what she's owed, so, you know, what she's been put through, I'm assuming, you know, that's what she's talking about. I don't think she wants Obi Wan to help her, you know, get away from, you know, being an Inquisitor, because that's a lot of times they are, you know, from what I think I know is that they're basically like brainwashed or, conditioned to be an Inquisitor. I'm assuming she was one of the kids that they showed getting away. I'm gonna guess that maybe she was that guy that they unfortunately caught in the end. Maybe they were in the same group. I'm not sure. I'm assuming they're not the only group of younglings that got away. I'm sure there were probably others that had gotten away. And she fought hard for those kids. That was really sad to see that. Her having to. I was hoping that she would be able to get away with them. Because, I mean, there are other Jedis, just, very few of them left. I'm pretty sure. I am curious, though, because whenever we talked about... Because I know Yoda had told at the end of episode 3, where he was, like, telling him that he would teach him how to commune with Qui-Gon. I'm curious... And then they showed him kind of, like, trying to talk to him later on, after he woke up from the nightmares and, like, the memories and everything. Trying to reach out to Qui-Gon. I'm wondering if we're ever going to get that in this. Because we never really got it in the... Granted, it was the original series, so it was kind of like, they didn't show it too much. They didn't do it in the prequels because, nobody we had known from there had died yet. And then obviously the sequel we saw Yoda because, Yoda had already died by that point. Yeah, we never got to see Obi-Wan commune with Qui-Gon, which was always... I was kind of sad that they never showed that they could, considering it was the end of the prequels. So it's like we're not gonna like have an end thing, or at the end where he's talking to Qui-Gon. It's not really something that's they might have done it, and then it was just like one of the parts that were cut. I don't know. I haven't gotten in deep in the prequels. Any behind the scenes stuff. It's really hard seeing Obi-Wan like that, though. Like, seeing from what he was before, as being kind of an annoying little punk in the first episode, to being throughout, whether he was an annoying kid or, annoying Padawan to, not the best teacher in the beginning and then kind of being more supportive and, proud later on. He always at least still had, he was always stubborn. He was always, like held straight, Like, and here we saw him just so cowed, so defeated. And I mean, they were. Like, the Jedi were effectively put down, extinct almost. So, I mean, it's, it makes sense, and it kind of figured that's what how it was going to start off, but it still sucks seeing him, so beaten down to even the point where like Owen's life was in danger, and I think he was kind of like riding the edge a bit of whether to go out there to stop them, to give himself up. It's like, because it wasn't just Owen, she was threatening killing his family too, so it's like, well, what's the point of me being in hiding to watch over Luke if Luke's gonna get killed? Like, there's no point in me surviving for that. So I think he was, but it's also the fact that, he's been beaten to, like, it's almost like he's scared. I mean, that's probably what it is. I don't know, it's a very hard, place to kind of put yourself in. And yeah, he's still weighed down by, feeling like he made a mistake, like he wasn't able to do his job, wasn't able to save or protect Anakin to bring him back. So he feels like a failure. He feels like he doesn't deserve to be a Jedi. It feels like. And it kind of sort of went into that in the Kenobi book in Legends. Like, again, it was much earlier on than here. This is like 10 years later. In the Kenobi, he's like, he's struggling with, most of you probably read it or listened to it, whichever one. So I don't want to go too much into it, and spoil it for those who haven't and might be interested in it. But yeah, you can see him still kind of dealing with that. Obviously, seeing as it's so fresh. And But this one, it's like beating him down so much further than it has. I mean, that kind of weight over that amount of time is obviously gonna almost physically bring a slouch to you. It's very interesting seeing like the Jawa scene. That was kind of cute and funny. It's like, you know, with the Jawan just kind of stopping by where he lives, just kind of like, hey, I'm here. It was very, I don't know, I don't think I'd seen that before, so that was kind of funny. I'm wondering if that's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna be off Tatooine the whole time. I feel like I'd only seen like 1 or 2 trailers. I don't know if there are any more. I'm trying not to go too much into it. I didn't want to see too much. I just wanted to wait till the actual show came out. But there, you know, from what we had seen, where like kind of atmosphere was in it, it didn't seem like Tatooine. So I guess it makes sense. I'm wondering if that's gonna be like the whole season of him trying to get I almost said Padme again, Leia back to Bail Organa, and you know, just her family. At the very least, it's definitely going to expose him to the Inquisitors. But I'm just wondering how he's going to get away from them, and like, does he fake his death? Because I mean, by episode 4, when we start Star Wars in episode 4, like, there's not anybody looking for Obi-Wan or a Jedi on Tatooine anymore. So I'm wondering how that's going to end. And I'm pretty sure Obi-Wan and Darth Vader go toe-to-toe in this series, in the show. So, and I know Darth Vader, there was a moment where he said there was a feeling I haven't felt, or something, presence I felt in a long time, or something like that. I can't remember now. But whenever he felt Obi-Wan when they came to save Leia, funnily enough. Man, that's the second way they got him. That sucks. The second way ended up getting Obi-Wan killed this time, but he kind of allowed it in that one anyway. So, but anyway, so I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe it's just been long again. Another 10 years? I don't know. Regardless, we're interested to see how that's gonna go, because I mean, right now, Anakin's still Prime, basically, and he's got like this suit. I don't know how much it's gonna slow him down, or if it like kind of gives him a little more boost in terms of physical strength, not necessarily, you know, like boosting his ability to use the Forces. I don't think that's a thing. And Obi-Wan's 10 years out of practice, so you know, that's gonna cause a problem if they were to face off against each other again. I don't know. I didn't even think about seeing a young Leia. I just figured we were going to be on Tatooine the whole time, which, again, not very smart considering, you know, what they showed in the trailers. Definitely didn't look like a Tatooine place. Or not all of it anyway, because, you know, they did show some scenes. The pirates, I'm assuming she hired pirates, or I don't know, maybe there's somebody that already worked for her. Like, they know who they're trying to drag in, correct? Like, they should know that they're putting themselves in grave danger. Maybe they and she, I don't know her name. All I know is they called her by third sister. I'm assuming that's just her name now. Are banking on the fact that he's, you know, rusty, maybe. I mean, nobody had seen him in, like, there hadn't been any, I'm assuming, any sightings of him in the 10 years. Like, going back to just like how beaten he was, like the moment where he saw the guy getting bullied and he was like gonna do something about it and then just kind of bowed down. It's really, like, from one of the books that I've been reading and just like, I guess, listening to, and in the movies, it's very hard seeing him like that. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and end this video here so that we can just jump to the next one. So, that's it for this episode. If you want to stick around for the part 2, again, this may or may not go up, but, you know, whatever. I'm also just talking for me. But yeah, stick around if that goes up, and if you want to, you know, watch the next one, it's up to you.